Here's a crazy idea. How about we talk War for Cybertron Kingdom toys from Transformers that have been officially revealed by Hasbro? Well, we got some right here, courtesy of IGN.com. And while they do talk about Cheetor, while they do talk about Rat Trap, we've seen those to death right now through all the leaks, through all the images, through all the toy reviews from dubious sources. But let's talk about two other figures. One that we kind of knew was coming, and we kind of saw a blurry image of it from a factory floor. We have Cyclonus, War for Cybertron K9 Voyager class Cyclonus. And then the new first time seeing it for all of us here, War for Cybertron K10 Leader class Megatron. And they put in quotes here, Beast. So just to let you know, because there's probably going to be another Megatron in this collection. So let's start with the one that we kind of already knew about beforehand. Let's talk about the Voyager class War for Cybertron Cyclonus. No surprise, it is based on the original character designed by Fleur O'Deary. It is using the more, I want to say, animation accurate gun that comes with him. It's kind of a fusion of a few different ideas. I do like the alt mode. A lot of this stuff we kind of already addressed a little bit when we saw the leaked images online and everything. The one thing that's worth noting here, more than anything aside from the visuals, is what they talk about here in the description, and it is that of what is going to be included with every single Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader class, and it is that of a Golden Disc card. So that means it looks like we're going to be seeing the return of trading cards to Transformer figures, which they pretty much left after Power of the Primes, and when they started with Siege and Earthrise, we stopped getting trading cards. We kind of got like disc maps and stuff like that and everything to make little maps and everything. But now we have the Golden Disc trading cards, which what they claim here reveals a possible destiny for a key character. Collect other Kingdom figures to reveal all 3 alternate destiny variants for each character. Now, I have no idea what any of this means. But this, the fact that it says here 3 alternate destinies variants for each character. So probably one of the key characters, Cheetor, Optimus Primal, Megatron, whoever they're going to go with, who they refer to as the key characters, showing alternate destinies. Now, this might play into the time travel kind of thing that's going on with Kingdom, or it might be the alternate universe kind of stuff that we saw with, let's say, the Sleep Mode Optimus and everything, or the Dead Optimus. There's a lot of different things this could play into. This is probably all stuff that will make a lot more sense when we get closer to, like, let's say the next Netflix chapter, when we have Earthrise and later on Kingdom, which will be chapter 3 of the Netflix series. But it's clearly, there's something going on here. There's some kind of trading card element that's going to have variants here. Is it going to be like with Power of the Primes, where you get a trading card of the toy that you bought, but on the back it's one of 12 different versions, which lead to all different kinds of collectability kind of aspects. And so then it's like, oh, well, if you have, this character and it comes with this, it has that, and I don't know. We're gonna find out definitely with that. It's something that it's kind of a shame, because when you think about it with what the Transformer TCG was and what was going on with that, they could have interplayed some kind of playability aspect with it, because obviously by the time the TCG rolled around, we had already walked out of Power of the Primes and trading cards being included with our toys. So it would have been nice to have kind of that as a crossover. And then let's talk about this Leader class Megatron here. Looks really good. Looks really, really good. It says here, it claims that it's 7.5 inches, and measuring it up to, like, let's say the Ultra class toy, that's about right. Where it's something where if you would have showed me this, like, quickly, like a blurry image of this, I would have honestly thought, oh, did they just, like, heavily remold the Ultra class toy? Obviously, like, let's say those circles on his hips were much larger when they were sporting a missile gimmick on the original toy. And but a lot of the core parts of the original Generation 1 transformation, and again, even more so when you look at the Masterpiece toy that came out just last year, it's pretty much all there. It goes back to the saying that I said before, budget masterpiece in a lot of ways, like with Black Arachnia. So if you didn't get the Megatron from the Masterpiece line, well, you got this one right here. And failing that, well, then you have the 10th anniversary 2-pack from Beast Wars back in the day that came with the show-accurate, remolded Ultra Optimus Primal too. But this looks really good. Looks really good. Looks like a good alternative for a lot of people. Wonder what accessories he's going to come with. Doesn't really say, like if he comes with a rubber ducky or something here. Just says here, you know, molded scales, an articulated jaw, and molded teeth. Dino head and dino tail become the classic claw hand. The fans add laser effects. So it's going to probably come with the traditional, like same thing with Siege and Earthrise, the blast effect weapons are going to probably be included. You could already see inside the dino head in the robot mode, you could see there's a plug-in point. So he'll probably have like his pink laser that he had in the original show. Something could be clicked on. But again, includes this golden disc card with 3 alternate Destiny variants. So we're gonna find out a lot more about this, but this is very exciting to see. I'm just happy because it gives an alternative for people who can't afford the Masterpiece. This is pretty close. I'm pretty impressed by how it came out. I mean, at the same time, Megatron was one of those designs that his original toy pretty much was almost there if you didn't count the mutant head gimmick and some of the little paint decos. And then when they repainted and remolded it in the future from that same original Ultra class from 1996, it pretty much was dead on already. And then when the Masterpiece came out, I mean, the reality is you didn't really even have to do that much retooling or remolding. The toy was pretty much there from an engineering standpoint, and it was just all about the fine details at that point in plastic and size and gimmicks and everything like that. And, you know, being able to take off the armor and do his bath mode, as they call it. But at the end of the day, that was a pretty, you know, spot on. So when it came to doing a leader class budget version of it, you know, it was already written in the stars, so it was pretty much there. And it's kind of the same thing when I look at Cyclonus. That original, I guess, what was it? Universe 2.0 Generations. I forget when it came out. It came out in multiple different iterations, but that original mold, the deluxe one, you know, was pretty perfect already. I mean, obviously the back end of the alt mode of the original Generations one wasn't accurate to the Fluoro Deary alt mode. This one makes it way more accurate. Like every fine detail of the Fluoro Deary one is now present here. And what's good is it's a Voyager, so that means that it's going to scale perfectly with your Voyager Scourge from the Studio Series 86, which makes me wonder, like, why have Cyclonus here when you could just have him in the Studio Series 86, unless they just didn't have enough slots for Studio Series 86 to fit him in, so just put him in the Kingdom line and he'll cross over, even though the budget for his paint and engineering might be a little lesser. It's hard to tell with these images. They still look really good, but they're also really good promotional images. But this is all exciting. This is really exciting. It's nice to see, again, some official photos, not leaked photos, not, you know, toy reviews from weird people on the internet. Straight up awesome promotional photos. So Megatron, Beast Wars Leader Class, and Voyager Cyclonus. Good stuff. Really like what I see here. Hopefully we'll see more again this weekend. Hasbro PulseCon. We'll get more information, and hopefully we'll get some nicer photos of some of the other characters and get really excited about this. I want to see Shadow Panther. I'm really curious how that's going to look on that Cheetor mold. But yeah, I really want to see Shadow Panther, Tigatron, Dinobot, all of these other ones that have been listed and teased at. Hopefully we'll see some of that this weekend.